Alright, hello, I'm back. I got a message today about wanting to see some of my training videos. In particular, the ones I did with the police department. Well, first of all, I did not record the
99% of those.
That I did with the police department for the simple fact that I was asked by several of them not to do that because they didn't want to be on camera.
Well, a couple of them were working undercover.
That is true.
For them, it was a matter of making sure that it didn't accidentally slip into the wrong hands.
Yes, there were a few that were working undercover, and that's a no-no. As well,
one goes for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that you used to train. You promised him that you wouldn't.
There is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I don't think there's a problem with saying who it is it?
No.
Okay. No. I did train with James Klingerman.
Indiana Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Indiana Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Indiana.
In Greenwood.
Awesome.
Yes. I did train with him. Plug. I did train with him for many years. For a long time, he would not let me video the training. He puts videos up himself. He's got a lot of videos up on YouTube, so if you want to see him, you can check him out. James Klingerman. Just type that in, no problem. But he was from Greenwood, which is near Indianapolis, and I'm from Kokomo, which is about 50 miles away. And he would come to one of the dojos here in town that I trained at and do training, but we weren't allowed to video it. And I talked to him because everybody knew that I loved to video my training, because that's one way that I learned. I would go back and I would rewatch things, and that's how I tweaked some of my training stuff. But anyway, he wouldn't do it for years. He wouldn't let me. Is that dark? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. But he wouldn't let me video for a long time. And then finally, through my pestering, I think, partly, we made a deal. And the deal was I could video my training. And the one rule that he had was that I was not to put it on the internet for any reason. And I promised him that I would not do that. So I'm not going back on my promise. I may be a lot of things, but one thing I will not do is go against something that I made a promise to do. If I stand there, look you in the eye, and promise you something, I'm not going back on it. And I promised him that I would not place any of that on the internet. Now, his reasoning had nothing to do with security or undercover work. He's not a police officer. His reasoning was that he makes money doing this for a living, and he didn't want people to video his training and put it on the internet. He says it would hurt his business. So that's that. So I don't have any of the, well, I do have a lot of video of him and I training. I'm not putting it on the internet. As well, I don't have any of the police officers, and that was for security reasons. And several of them, even weren't undercover, didn't want.
No, they just didn't want it out.
They didn't want it out. So that ain't gonna happen either. I do have a lot of video of me training. I think I have like.
You have a few.
A few. Well, I do have a few up. I think I have like 30 DVDs that are anywhere from 5 to 6 hours long. I have about 30 of them of just Aikido training. And I have, I think, around 25, 26 hours of Jiu-Jitsu training on DVD.
Jiu-Jitsu or MMA?
Well, both. Okay, well, both. My Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA.
MMA.
Yeah, I have about 26 DVDs that are anywhere from 4 to 5 hours long. I have placed a very small amount of my training up, but in all honesty, I'm not interested in posting any of that stuff, and I'll tell you why. This is the main reason I did this video.
You talk about my videos.
I know, mine are, yeah.
I'm rambling. For 20 minutes.
I do. I'm rambling. Several years ago, I stopped training completely. And I know. I feel bad about it too, to be totally honest. I miss it.
With you,
I know. I miss it. I horribly, horribly miss it.
But
my body just can't take it anymore. Plus, you know, there were other instances. Just tired of people calling me up wanting to train and then never showing up, and I wait all day for them. Anyway.
We would change our plans, and then they would never show up. Like, are you kidding me right now?
But anyways, that is in my past, and I love to talk about it to some degree, but I'm really not interested in going through all those old videos because, to be totally honest, it'll just break my heart. It will. I'll just be sad. I'll remember the good old days when I used to train, and I don't want to go through that. So I'm not posting any more of my videos. I do not believe that I'll post any more of my martial art training. I guess there's several different reasons why people would ask to see it. Just because, one, maybe they were really truly interested in seeing it, or maybe two, they just want to make sure that I'm not BSing them about it. I guess that's another reason. Which
you guys can go on, what was that site where they could look up rankings and stuff?
Oh, I'm not on there anymore.
No, but they can go back to a certain year and they can still look up your ranking.
I guess they could.
What was the site? Tell them the site.
Oh, God. Some kind of...
He was ranked in the nation for his fighting.
I was at one point 6th. Sixth in the U.S. as far as MMA fighters go.
We'll look that up, and I'll make him look that up and put it in the description below.
Okay, maybe. Anyway, and that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, but still, if they want verification that you could fight or did fight.
Well, I've got a couple of my fights up.
Well, that's true too. There you go. See.
And I have a snippet of a couple of my. I got an Aikido little snippet of Bandy throwing people around like.
Talk about that.
Anyway, and I've got Michael and I doing an Aikido seminar or demonstration for his talent show at school.
For elementary school.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff up, but I mean, if people want to.
And they can look up Cage Rage too. Because I know those are on YouTube.
Okay. Well, yeah, but Chad, who ran Cage Rage, he called me looking for video.
That's true.
Because I was the only one that videoed back then.
Because we're the only ones that videoed back then. Because we videoed everything.
Yeah, I videoed everything back then because I didn't want to miss anything. I wanted to have it for future use. Because it was my life.
It was our lives.
I mean, literally my life.
We were at the dojo 4 to 5 times, nights, days a week. The kids were often at his sister's house because we didn't want them stuck at the dojo for 4 to 5 hours at a time.
Now, I will say, I think the earliest training I have on video, and probably wasn't even really training, was 1990. Was the
Michael laughing.
I used to
Tony when you're knocking each other.
No.
Oh yeah, I've got some of that up too.
Got some of his Denmark.
I got some of the training when Tony and I were training to knock people out with just bam, boom.
What's the name back?
Hey, I got
this stuff's hilarious. Just
hey.
You okay?
But okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, I actually put some of that up.
Thinking you were talking about.
No, I forgot about. I got a video of Tony and I up at Fire Dragons when they had the boxing section up there at Fire Dragons.
Yeah.
And I've got Tony and I in the boxing ring doing some kickboxing too. Yeah. Oh.
We don't have video of you fighting with.
Fond memories.
Robbie, was that his name? Who was that fighter dude?
Richie Borf. No, he beat the shit out of me.
It was hilarious. Okay, my husband is a fantastic fighter.
Yeah, I'm not a boxer.
But he is not a boxer. And Richie Borf beat the crap out of my husband in about a minute and a half's time.
Okay.
Was like, I'm done.
Wait, I have to tell this story.
Yes.
Now I have to tell this story.
Now this story has to be told. This is a great story.
Okay. I am not a boxer.
No.
I am not. But I trained with everybody. Now, I don't know if you guys are boxing fans or whatever, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Richie Borff.
Look him up.
But you can look him up. He fought on ESPN, or what was it, ESPN?
I don't know.
Or,
He's fought in some pretty big fights.
He fought in some pretty big fights. So anyway, he's like the biggest boxer we have in town.
Yes.
And
now he talks like
where
he
am I
was
going?
the biggest boxer in town. You're going to Michael's
Mark,
work.
okay. Anyway, I would train with him on occasion with boxing because, like I said, I'm not a boxer, and I never claimed to be a boxer.
But to be a good MMA person,
you got to be rounded.
Very well rounded.
Yes. So anyway,
especially at that time.
I got with Richie, and we're in the ring boxing, and I hit him in the nose.
Made him mad.
Boom! And hit him in the nose. Well, he didn't like that.
And Richie wasn't wearing like headgear.
No, we weren't. Yeah, there was no headgear.
You were.
Because he made me.
The only thing that was.
Yeah, he made me wear. I didn't want to wear headgear, but he made me.
What was the only thing that?
Anyway.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, I agree. So anyway, I get in the boxing ring with a professional boxer.
Oh God.
And so we're going around, and I actually hit him. And to be totally honest, he didn't think I was going to be able to do that.
Right. This is
He
true.
didn't expect me to hit him.
And it made him mad.
And it made him mad.
Made him very mad.
Very mad. So he showed me who was boss.
He was doing about 40% at that point.
Yeah.
He was only going.
Yeah. Well, he knocked the crap out of me.
And after that, he was still only doing about 80%, just for the record.
Oh yeah,
just so
no.
we're truly honest.
Oh, he could have killed me.
He seriously was only going at about 80% of what he could have done.
So
but
anyway,
he got mad and had to prove a point.
Yeah, he got mad, had to prove a point. I don't blame him.
Yeah, right.
So he just beat the crap out of me. But that was fine. I didn't mind that.
Okay, so Richard, this is why I'm laughing. Richard's
Okay.
wearing headgear. The only thing that sticks out far enough to really get hit is his schnoz.
My schnoz. Yeah, and he
And when Richard got out of the ring, his poor nose was so red and beat up looking. I was really surprised it wasn't broken. And this is how I know Richie was only going about 80%, because if Richie had been 100%, Richard wouldn't have had a nose left.
That is true. So anyway, yeah.
Come on, Van. Together, girl. Hold it together.
Another instance is a guy named Daryl Smith. And
oh, yeah.
I trained with him for years.
Yeah.
And he was actually
very
there.
high ranked kickboxing.
He was there when I showed up to the MMA thing. And yeah, he was really high in kickboxing. I think it was more Muay Thai kickboxing.
Straight up kickboxing.
Yeah, and
he had kicks. Oh my gosh.
He was good. Yeah. But when I first started training, he would beat the crap out of me constantly.
Yeah.
Just beat the crap out of me.
Some of it was out muscle.
Well,
because you hadn't built up muscle yet.
But he beat the crap out of me.
And let me tell you, when Hubby built up muscle, oh my gosh, wifey was happy.
So, you know, it goes on and on and on, and I got better and better and better. And there came a day he couldn't do that. And there also came a day when I was coming out on top.
Yeah.
And then he got mad and he stopped training with me.
Yeah, he wouldn't roll or anything with you.
But I don't even know where I'm going with this.
I don't know where you're going with it.
Anyway, well, there's a couple stories. Yeah, I used to get the crap beat out of me all the time. Probably still would. You know, there's always somebody better. But anyway, I'm not going to put any videos up because, to be totally honest, I don't know if you could tell, but I really light up and I get really happy when I talk about my training and when I remember my training. The problem is I don't train anymore. So when that hits me, when the realization hits me that I don't do it anymore, it makes me really sad. When I get sad, I get depressed, and when I get depressed, I get moody, and when I get moody, sometimes I get cranky and mad.
Turns into a dick.
And then I turn into a dick. So that's why I'm not going to put anything up, because I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, all this 14-minute video is just to say that's you know, I become cranky when I think about it, and I don't want to think about it. So anyway, all right, now I get to be depressed for a few minutes. It's all right. Bye.